Leafs have arrived at the Canada Life Centre in Winnipeg, Manitoba on this four-game road trip. 1-1-1 thus far as we get set tonight as the Leafs tangle with the Winnipeg Jets. Back to him was Robertson into the corner for Cowan. Cowan back into the slot and a shot by Brandon Carlo. Blockered away by Hellebuck, but a good scoring chance nonetheless. Speaking of missed calls, we got another good look at that interference the other night. Yes. Here's a loose puck in front in the Leaf zone. Stumbled. Great pad save made by Hildeby. And an easy save for Hellebuck. Stolen again, this time by Cowan. Cowan in on the backhand pass. Oh, and Robertson just failed to make connection. Robertson can't get out. Here's a chance for Pearson, bringing it in, and a long shot is handled by Hildeby, and Barron gets a little shove. Cleared to center ice as Taves will get it down into the Toronto end. Perfetti got it in front of the net, and a shot went wide. Backhanded in by Sandberg. It'll go around back of the Toronto goal. Grabbed off by the Jets. Centering pass, and it ran off the goal post. No, comes back out at center ice now.
Twice. Both posts were hit.
All that attractive, especially after the 11-game losing streak, as a shot comes to the side of the goal, and now in front of the net. It'll come back to the point of drive. Ow, that hit somebody in front. A wraparound attempt by Connor doesn't work. He's back of the goal, playing it off the boards on the left wing side. Sandberg to his defense partner, down into the side of the goal. Down is Wall, and Hildeby is going to get a glove on it. Nyes after it. Tavares as well, back of the goal in the far corner. And Tavares able to get it out in front of the net, and a shot is whistled off the blocker by Stetcher. Another shot from the point. Looking behind him was Hellebuck, but he has it underneath his pad. No, it's in the pad, between the skate and the pad. And Brandon Carlo circles the goal to get it ahead, but Scott Lawton couldn't get it out for him. And then Lawton is able to steal it back. That is going to be our first penalty of the game. Leafs might have had an opportunity here on a short-handed rush, but just flip it in, and now Lawton is able to get to it. And as he tried to center it, it went off a stick, and now here the Jets breaking back the other way. Oh, what a save made by Hildeby! And the puck comes to the blue line. Rebound off the boards to the far side. Kept alive by Winnipeg. Looking for a man in front, Isaiah Fallow, but he doesn't get the puck. Now a long shot scores! Niederreiter, a deflection in front of the net, or was it Perfetti?
I think it goes off a Leaf.
Fallow maybe. Taken to the boards by Robertson. Robertson, oh, he got nailed there on a late hit. The puck comes free. Here's the Leafs getting it back to the point. Michelli to the right wing side, down low. A jam play in front of the goal. Down is Hellebuck. And the puck is finally covered up. But some finger pointing going on here. Is there a penalty? And Ralphie, you think that it was Stanley?
It might have been Stanley that caught his own.
There's a point shot, pad save, rebound, scramble in front of the goal. Set around back at the goal crease. Hildeby trying to scramble to get back up, and the Leafs are fortunate to get it out, and maybe very fortunate. Now here's a pass in front of the net for Lorenz. Stopped by Hildeby, the rebound. Oh my, how did that not go in?
Boy, Brendan Carlo following up, missed the empty net.
Wow. Played ahead. Leafs are going to bring it back at center ice. This time it's Lawton again in across the line. Lawton left wing side. A pass in front. One time there by Lorenz. Kyle Connor getting a return pass sent his way. Leafs get it on the boards, but not out. Connor coming out of the faceoff circle. Scores!
Second time in a row, the Leafs get the penalty kill, but seconds later, it's in the back of the net. And this time, sort of a comedy of errors. But you can't put yourself in that position to have a guy score from almost the goal line.
Riley keeps the puck into the offensive zone in front of the net for Matthews, who scores! Domi sets up Austin Matthews, and seconds later, after the 2-0 goal, the Leafs are on the board, and it's 2-1.
I mean, that after Winnipeg dodged some bullets with shorthanded rushes by the Leafs. And an important goal for Matthews to get it right back.
Velarde gets it out at center. To the line and in. Riley is interfered with. There better be a penalty on that.
Wow.
And fortunately, I called it here, and someone was listening. And Luke Schen's going to send it out and down into the zone. Lowry trying to drive the net, gets through into the goal crease, and it was knocked wide of the goal. 5:58 to play in the second period. The Leafs down a goal. Here's Nyes driving with a shot. The rebound comes into the backhand in front. They bang away at it, and I thought Tavares might have got it in there, but
I think it hit the goalpost, Joe.
must have in behind. Tavares hustling to the front of the net. The pass was just out of the reach of Michelli. Michelli in the far corner. Got it back in front for Nyes. Penalty coming. And Nyes taken down in front of the net. Still with it. Tavares to Matthews. Doesn't shoot it. Steps in. Now he shoots it right on. And that is stopped. Domi couldn't trap it. Kept in by Toronto in front of backhand. Oh, and Nyes had a great chance and he sent it wide. Stetcher working down the left wing to the line and in. Stetcher on the right wing side sends it around back of the goal. Centered in front of the net. Oh, and a chance Bobby McMahon had. Set up perfectly by Max Domi, and he shot wide. Here's Scheifele to the right wing side. A shot that just went wide. And the puck is around back of the Toronto goal as the teams are trading chances here. That one engineered by Sandberg. Shot from the point, blocker, rebound, scores!
Nino Niederreiter, second of the game, has Winnipeg up 3-1. 21 games without a goal.
Leafs McCabe bringing it back the other way with Matthews in on the right side for Max Domi. In front for McCabe. Oh, and a good pad save. Played off on the left wing. Domi makes a nifty move. Got it in front. Got a shot away. They paid Stolars a whole new contract. Here's Robertson in over the line. Got it off on the left wing side. A shot, scores! Oliver Ekman-Larsson coming in off the left point. And the Maple Leafs have done what they did in the second period. Cut the 2-goal lead in half, and it's 3-2.
Boy, what a play by Nick Robertson. Full speed coming down the right wing boards. Gets just inside the Winnipeg line and puts the brakes on.
And it's got the Leaf fans out there in the Canada Life Center. A giveaway, and Max Domi trying to play it through his legs and getting it up. That would have been a highlight reel goal if it had gone, but it did not. Tavares trying to get there, knocked his man down. Now Michelli around back of the net. Centering pass, a shot right on. Brandon Carlo. An errant pass gobbled up here by Iafallo into the slot area. One-timer coming. Stetcher open ice on the left wing. Got it ahead across the line, and a deflection is going to go into the crowd as the pass for Bobby McMahon was deflected high over the glass and out of play. And now Morgan Stanley acting like a tough guy, going back after Jake McCabe for some reason. Not sure what touched all of this off. First bit of animosity that we've really seen in the game. Domi and Scheifele having a word.
Okay, now we know what it was.
Oh,
Domi gave Val Connor a shot and then a cross check. And Domi's got to be smarter here.
And one cleanly by Toronto. Stetcher at the point, sends a shot in. That redirect, puck on the near side. Lawton couldn't come up with it. At the point, wrist shot coming, rebound! In behind Hellebuck and out the back door. Oh, Steven Lorenz had a great chance. Rona's got what you need to build it back right. Visit Rona.ca for more details, and they score! Off the face-off, Matthews tipping it home. Well, never mind the baseboards at Rona. The Leafs have got the board, the tying goal, and is it Bobby McMahon who gets it?
Matthews wins the draw right back to Oliver Ekman-Larsson and lets it fly. A wrist shot with traffic in front.
They work it back to the blue line. Connor is able to keep it in. Point shot coming. Oh, good pad save made by Hildeby there. Jets down the boards, and the Leafs are able to dig it out. Brought down the left wing side by Tavares. In across the line into the slot.
Is there a penalty behind the play? But man.
Jonathan Toews seems to have his shorts in a knot with
Scott Laughton,
Scott
maybe.
Laughton. And Laughton isn't letting this go easily either.
Looks like Winnipeg may have called a timeout.
Top of the circles, down low into the corner, back to the half boards to Connor, back to the side of the net, coming in front was Toews, and it's backhanded by the Maple Leafs after a big save. It'll come back to the point to Morrissey. Left wing side, Shifley, closing with a shot, pad save, off the goal post. I thought that was in, Ralphie, but it's off the goal post apparently. Hellebuck will trap it back in the goal. He almost gave the puck away. Oh, my, what a chance. Matthews almost undressed him. Kept into the corner, centering past Matthews. They jam away at it, and Hellebuck makes up for the gap. Drops it back for Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Larsson with a pass in front. That was stopped. There's a rebound. Matthews trying to get a backhand away. In front for Domi. Shot wide, rebound. Blocked by a sprawling defender. Holy mackerel, what a chance that was.
Boy, and then when Matthews tried to play it back to the point, it hits the referee's skate.
Here's Michelli. Coming through center and working in on the left wing. Shot was stopped. The rebound comes all the way back to the blue line and Morgan Riley. Now pass back for Shifley, intercepted by the Leafs. Fed ahead on the right side, 2-on-1. Matthews with the puck to Domi. Scores! Holy mackerel! Max Domi set up by Austin Matthews. 3-point night for the captain and an overtime winner.
These two guys, Matthews and Domi, caught out in the overtime loss against Vegas and redeemed themselves here on a 2-on-1 break. And Craig Berube was hot, yelling at the official, heading over to the Leaf dressing room.